My name is Alito Kambi. I'm a Boda Boda champion for Listen program in Homa Bay County. A Boda Boda champion is a leader of those Boda Boda who brought in the idea of Listen to the region. I was trained to bring in the issue of local innovation scaled through enterprise network for our people, though it started from BPI. So it is me to go to the groups, bring them together and train them about BPI, now Listen, and now HCD. Listen is local innovations scaled through enterprise. It makes the local communities, the local networks, like the Boda Boda is a network because it has a structure from the grassroots to the national level. So Listen makes these people identify their innovations so that they can use their local innovations in order to scale up their health programs. And this is where HIV comes in. The Boda Boda riders now are more enlightened about the causes or the effects of HIV to their lives, to their health, and the family health. So now they are more cautious that they just don't do romance anyhow. They know if there is need, there should be first confirmation of your partner, the position, the status of the partner, and from there they take precautions, for example, using condoms if there is to be that intercourse. In Dewa we have 6,879 in Dewa sub-county. Then in North Kabwach we have 1,022. Boda Boda is composed of both genders. There are ladies who actually don't ride but have motorbikes that they have given to the boys to ride for them so that they can bring returns, money every evening for the owners. So they become members of the Boda Boda group. It is from 18 years, meaning those people who have finished school and are unable to get any kind of job or didn't make it well in school, so as to proceed further after Form 4. And then the upper limit is endless because we have even teachers who have retired, government, former civil servants who have retired, and you know those guys are beyond 60, but they are there because they have, one, they don't ride, but they have Boda Boda that is their source of business. Oldest Boda Boda rider is about 46 years old. As a Boda Boda official or a champion, and I work together with the Boda Boda leadership from the county level, the sub-county level, to the ward level, up to the subgroup level. So what we do, it is not only myself, we do it together with the leadership at the various levels, is to give them education as to HIV and its effects, and we encourage them to go for testing. By talking to them and bringing in linkage, the Department of Health at the county, when we have meetings, we call them to come and sensitize the Boda Boda riders at their group level or at the ward level or at the sub-county level, so that the technicians, the professionals in the health field, in the field of health, will come to talk to them and tell them, and they can do what we call testing on the ground. And this is where we now, as a Boda Boda group, we ask for outreaches. We've asked for outreaches from NAC office in Homa Bay, where we coordinate with the coordinator over there. And we have an outreach. For example, we had one in Kobodo ward. We had one in Kosewe ward in Diwa. And we were targeting exactly Boda Boda riders. Those are our members. We cannot go to the women business ladies in the market because they don't know us. No, that is a myth. That is stereotype. It is an idea that is being bundled on the Boda Boda riders without proper research to show that that is the actual position of the Boda Boda. Boda Boda is also associated with thuggery, theft, bang smoking, drug peddling, which is just a stereotype. Yeah, because we are branded like that. That is the notion of the people in the public. I don't know why they think like that. Formerly, we used to report all our activities through written documents. We would write, I would sit down after an activity, I would sit down and write, and then send it to the NAC office through email or WhatsApp. But with this digital reporting method through ODK, it is now easy. We do the activity, and in terms of statistics, we key in the information in the ODK collect, and then send it with evidence that that activity was done. One best thing of it is that you have to take pictures of your location, and then the facility does not just pick any location that you think of. It does not just think of any location that you think of, but you must show the location, and the location is shown on that document. Yes. So when you send it, it shows exactly where you are, when, at the time, and the date. Normally, we put in issues like what activities that you are doing. For example, if it is a Boda Boda outreach. Now, when you talk about Boda Boda outreach, then you must meet people, the CP members, the community of practice members. When you meet them, then they are separated into two genders, female and male. How many have you reached? In male, in terms of males, in terms of females. How many have you tested? If there was a testing, like if the Ministry of Health came up with their gadgets in that outreach, then it is now I'll get that statistics from the ministry, from the professionals, the health officers, to give me to key in over there. It shows me, it asks you which county are you in. It will ask you which sub-county are you in. It will ask you the ward where you are doing that activity. And then the location, you take a picture, and the picture is loaded to that place. Then you show which activity is it. Like, for example, now, Boda Boda outreach. Then it will ask you several questions about that Boda Boda outreach. If the outreach was about distributing, helmets, you say the number of branded helmets that you distributed. If they were reflectors, then you'll show the reflectors of how many. If it is condom distribution, you give the number of condoms that have been distributed. You know, those packets are in terms of 144 per small packet. So how many of those packets have you distributed and where? It also asks you the number of individuals reached through an interactive learning in terms of HIV prevention. How many males, how many females are there? Number of individuals that are referred for testing. In any case there is something, then you also say that number in terms of gender. Number of condom dispensers distributed or installed in that area where you are, where that activity was taking place. As a Boda Boda champion, I would like Listen to be rolled out of Ndiwa constituency, because that is where we started, and Mfangano, Suba North, so that it can go to all the other all the other 6 remaining sub-counties. Listen is important because it makes the people to find solutions to their own problems. First, they have to identify the problems. Like those we can call them non-participatory development programs. Listen is a participatory development program where the people themselves are helped to identify their problems, their areas of concern, their key issues, and then find themselves develop how to solve those problems. So they get their own solution through their structures, through their networks. Example is where, an example is where, just An example is where, after Listen came to life in North Kaboch ward, there are several groups that identified their problems. One of them, the major one, as at 2019, was lack of adequate financial support from Boda Boda riding. So what do? That was a problem that was facing the rider. And this is one of the reasons why the riders were, at times, were being accused of running away with the passengers' goods or money or something like that. Now, with the advent of BPI and then Listen, we discovered that our first problem was lack of economic empowerment. And the solution was found that we diversify our economic activities, running away from Boda Boda riding into other economic activities like farming, poultry, and so others. And a group, for example, in Omboka Chieng, after that, they decided to lease farms because they had money in the bank. But the members, that money would not support members for their lives. So what did they do? They leased farms, 3 acres, did everything and planted what we call sugarcane. After 2 years, the sugarcane was harvested by Sukari Industries. And then the money that was brought in, some of them was distributed, shared among the members. And they got money that they never expected because the crop was very good and the returns from the sugarcane harvesting was nice. It was good money. So at the end of the year, when they were sharing table banking money, this money was included into it. And people went home with 30, 40, 50,000 shillings. Now, Listen has also, because of the education or civic education about HIV/AIDS, and the way it is being mentioned in Homa Bay being the worst county, maybe second last in the prevalence percentage, is second top one. So this thing has opened eyes of the Boda Boda, and that idea that Boda Boda people are the peddlers, they are the drivers of HIV/AIDS. This thing has brought them back to by their senses, and everybody is going for testing, though they cannot reveal to you. As their leaders, they can't reveal to us. A key problem is the effect of HIV/AIDS, which is evident in this region. And when we were told that we can solve our own problems using our local innovations, one of the innovations was to think about how to combat HIV/AIDS. And the structure was there, the network was there, the Boda Boda groups. So at the county level, the sub-county level, and especially the ward level in North Kaboch, we did a lot, and even that is why we brought in the mobile clinic. It's called what? This mobile clinic by the First Lady. Yes, Beyond Zero Clinic. The Beyond Zero Clinic came to North Kaboch in December 2019. And from there, Boda Boda riders' eyes were opened. And even the community joined them in knowing their status. So Listen brought that idea of opening the minds, not only of the Boda Boda, but even the whole community. Yes.